Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's difficult to manage, I just think it's different to manage.
Yeah, absolutely. Does everyone agree? Anyone think their hair's different? And it's always great.
So I think it's a personal thing, and I think hair is a beautiful thing, and any way you can display it just shows another part to your beauty before you even open your mouth. It's a visual beauty, so I think it's a nice asset.
So what are your first reactions to that term, natural hair?
I think an interesting point that was raised in the documentary was one of the women from, I think, Afrocentrics or something, raised the point that when women who have relaxed or processed hair and they stop relaxing it, they say they're going natural, but it's not in fact going natural. And I think that one of the problems is that everything is sort of socially constructed, nothing's really real. So for me, the term natural, for anybody, the term natural within the black community is basically anything that's not what you see on TV. It's what's not the norm, but it is actually the norm. So it's a kind of weird term because it doesn't really mean what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a big one for me because I work in an office which is non-black, predominantly, quite middle class, in media. So image is quite important. So I've always had natural hair. I've never relaxed it, but I've always had it in braids because embracing my natural hair was difficult. It took time. It was difficult for me to manage. I was never really given the skills or the tools to do that. So it was always braided. And when I decided actually maybe I'm not going to use the braids, the only thing that worried me was going into the office with an afro and sitting down at my desk and people just perceiving me a certain way, like one of the girls said, Pan-African, Black Panther, which to me are beautiful words, but to non-black, I think it means vigilante, rebel, someone that's going to cause trouble. Did you get any negative?
No, I didn't get negative comments. I did get a few comments from some of my closer colleagues at my team, and the cat just came up and touched it. The guy said, "Your hair is just so cool." I was like, "You know, yeah."
See, that's a massive issue for me. Like, I think as black people, we make quite a few jokes about people coming over and touching our hair and exoticizing it, and making it seem like this amazing, cool. So all these words that come to mind. And for me, that's just, it just would not happen with any other race on the planet. There is no other race where you would go, "Can I touch your hair? It's really cool."
The strange thing for me then is this, I'll give an example. I'm an African, and being African was that thing that was not cool 10 years ago. But now it's becoming the thing that's acceptable because people are now being educated on what it is to be African. Africa is still a country to most people. That's fine, it's one mass, one landmass. Think about it this way, 50 years from now, I want my children to walk in a room, be African, and that's not an issue. We are at the point where, for the first time, we have black women walking around with no hair on their heads and walking proud. And we're at the point where we, in a sense, you should view yourself as the pioneer for that. But if people come and ask you, "Can I touch your hair?" Yes, I'm sure there's a way you can direct them in this. There's an etiquette to doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's not a zoo. You don't walk up to me and just say, "Hey, I'm touching your hair. Okay, it's amazing," all this kind of stuff. There must be definitely, but think of it this way: you are the pioneer, so that no one will have to walk to your children and say the same thing to them. "Can I touch your hair?" And as annoying as it is, people, being African, people ask me, "So are there lions in Africa?" Yes. Are there buildings in Africa? Yes. But my thing is, I will get those questions for the rest of my life. Because for everyone who finds out or who's educated about being African, there's another person who has no idea. So someone will say to me, "So where did you learn English?" "In Africa." "Really?" And I'm like, "Yes, we do that as well." Do you know what I mean? There's so much to being that one thing. So it's the first time to see black women walking around being proud of it, and we have to educate ourselves. You were saying earlier that, as a race, as a people, we have this thing where we have this pressure on each other. So you have to represent. That's why when you look at, like, oh man, these black people, they want to say something about my hair, but you're like, you're representing for them. And I think in a sense that there are negative connotations there, but there's so much positive to saying, okay, cool, 50 years from now, this will not happen to my kids. It won't be a talking point. We won't have to sit here and go, oh, okay, so can you testify about how it'll be nothing. Everyone will know exactly what it is to have African hair.
Kick it with your candy white myself. I wanna kick it with your, I wanna get down. I said I wanna get down with you. White myself. Baby,